Traditionally, controller players have always had a hard time being mechanical players like mouse and keyboard players. Even though we can do small edits like these, it's definitely not as quick and as precise as mouse and keyboard players. Especially when the world of tunnels, a lot of times you'll see controller players opt for the stair tunnels, which is a good minimum tunnel to have in your arsenal. However, sometimes if you have the mats, and especially if you're doing duos with a friend, you want to have a supportive tunnel. A tunnel that's going to be able to hold a lot of pressure. And the stair tunnel just ain't cutting it out anymore. So, that's why I want to think of, how do I do a full tunnel on controller and or console 60 FPS? Because a lot of times when I'm doing these tunnels, I ended up going like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, I never get one side. I can never get all the sides. Okay, so how do we do this, Vex? First things first, you have to understand, would you rather spread your walls from left to right, or would you rather spread your walls from right to left? Now, I know what you guys are thinking, alright? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Practice makes perfect. I can do left to right, and even if I practice a little bit, you know, I'll get right to left. No, find your preference first. That's going to dictate how you're going to practice this, alright? So, let's say it's the left side. I find it easier to do my left side. So, therefore, I'm going to edit on the left side of my wall. That edit works fine. This edit works fine. Preferably, if you want to be really optimal, you start from the middle and go off to the side. You know why? Because look at my crosshair. It's shaped up perfectly to go from the left to the right. From there on, I'm just holding, turbo building my platforms. That when you are doing these tunnels, look at my crosshair. Even though it's spraying from left to right, it's never really going up or down throughout this tunnel. Just like so. In fast motion, it should look something like this. As you guys can tell, I go from left to right, not moving vertically at all, and I'm just holding my platforms as I reset, okay? You're going to be exposed to a couple problems when you first start out. The first one I told you guys was what? You have to have minimum crosshair placement going up or down. However, you're still going to need a tiny bit to get this platform over here and this platform over here. The best way to understand this problem is knowing which piece comes first. This is piece 1, this is piece 2, this is piece 3. Pay very close attention over here. This is piece 4, the top one first, and then the bottom. You're almost catching yourself in this place. As you guys can see, if you play this in slow motion, well, I do raise my crosshair a bit to get that first one in, and then a little bit further down the crosshair to bring my last platform in.